Oh, hi guys. Welcome to the latest episode of Cricket Draft Insight. Ryan Higgins is a player who rarely lets you down. Well, he rarely lets me down anyway, because I normally have him in my team, and he normally performs very well. Historically, I think he's got a batting average of about 32, 6 centuries to his name, bowling average of about 24. Those statistics primarily come from playing for Gloucestershire, and I know that he had a few doubters returning to Middlesex in Division 1. I haven't concerned myself too much with Division 1, Division 2 when it comes to selecting my squad. I might consider the opposition. Do I think this bowler can tear through this batting lineup or vice versa? But I think good players are good players. Across the two divisions, they can step up and perform. And Higgins regularly does that this season. Okay, no, he hasn't taken a 5-wicket haul, but he's got good bowlers around him. He's regularly chipped in with a couple of wickets, keeps it tight, bowls maidens. I think he scored a half century in each match. He's been left not out, and it was great to see him get his team over the line in a thriller against Nottinghamshire. A high quality player. Okay, he's probably not going to play for England because they probably don't see him as a top 6 test batter, and given all the other bowling options they've got. Hey, but that's to the benefit of us directors of cricket playing the county championship game. He's a really reliable performer. Decent price, but I would have him in my team every week, and I've had him captaining my side recently. At the end of Thursday, I felt a bit aggrieved. Tom Price is somebody I gave serious consideration to pre-season. I did make a video about him. I wanted him in my team, but I was very loyal to Ryan Higgins and Ed Barnard. Jordan Thompson, I think, had changed from a bowler to an all-rounder. Rob Keogh from a batter to an all-rounder. I wanted these guys. James Fuller I had in my team last year. Now, he, of course, did well this year, but he changed from a bowler to an all-rounder, fair enough. Ended up being quite an expensive sub that I brought in late for game week 1. And I was disappointed. I made a video about Lewis Gregory. I didn't have Lewis Gregory in my team. He did well. Tom Price racking up all those points on day 1. But, of course, a lot of games were affected by rain. I don't mind other players getting points. I just like to get some myself. Unfortunately, as the days progressed, my players started to pick up points. Maybe not as many as Tom Price, but I did at least put some points on the board. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I think you all know game week 4. I think there's 5 matches, so a few teams not playing. So everybody's been trying to make sure they can get 11 players on the pitch. But you don't want to get yourself stuck in a hole so that on the other side you haven't got players across different teams, and you get yourself a bit stuck. Some people are obviously very comfortable spending points on transfers. It's not something I've ever done historically. I think we know I'm a slightly defensive director of cricket, in the habit of captaining my wicketkeeper previously. Sometimes I did my all-rounder last season, and I'm trying to go for that more this season. But yeah, spending points on transfers, I just figure, I mean, the players sort of got to score a half century or take a few wickets to get back to 0. I don't want to be parting way with my hard-earned points, to be honest with you. Obviously, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, it's worth it. It's worth it to get this player in, but those players don't necessarily perform. Pujara, he didn't set the world on fire this week, did he? So I'd like to think, if I wish you all the best, but if other people were spending some points on transfers, hopefully that helps me catch up a bit, to be honest. We've had some rain-affected weeks. Hopefully the rain, well, it's not going to stay away, to be honest with you. I haven't looked at the forecast. There will be some rain, but hopefully there'll be enough play for us to all put some points on the board. I've been rambling for long enough. Wish you all the best in game week 4. How's that?